Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Four Fins Fishing. We are on camping day number 2. Got all set up last night. Got going this morning, and it was what, 34 degrees this morning? 34 degrees this morning.
34.
It was a brisk 34. A beautiful foggy morning. I mean, these foggy mornings out on the lake are just perfect, aren't they, Dave?
Little smoky out, but yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. So the Dave, he lives down here, kind of the central southeast Ohio area. He's got a tuner dock down there in Seneca. Likes to go out, do a little saw guy action, living that tuner life out there. You know, tuner life is a certain kind of life, though, isn't it, Dave?
It's a very good one.
Yeah. Spending your time off work out there on the boat, hanging out on the beaches, and Dave lives the dream. And we are fishing in the J zone today again, of course. Justin missed that muskie yesterday. Missed it on a curly tail. So I don't know if we're going to be able to fly in this fog here, but we're going to start off pretty shallow. Hooked into that one fish pretty shallow yesterday. A couple white bass and saw guy that we all caught were pretty shallow. So we're going to start off on a couple humps because this is a very deep lake. So shallow lakes and humps are at a premium. There's only a handful, so we're kind of going to target those today and see what we can pop. We're going to start off casting for muskie, maybe mix in casting for a little saw guy and white bass, and start trolling in the afternoon, so stay tuned. Now we're going to start Dave off here with 2 spinning rods.
One in each hand.
Yeah, he's going to double fist. We got a heavy action spinning with a 4500 on it. We're going to start them off with a tandem bucktail here, and we got one of my old tarpon rods here with 65-pound braid, and we're going to start them off with a spring dog because the water's still pretty muddy and the sun's down, so we're going to start him off a little brighter here. All right, Dave, now working the bulldog. See, it's just a sinker.
Yep.
Look at that paddle tail on it, see that?
Oh yeah.
So now don't reel that tip up all the way, you know.
Yep.
So we're just gonna cast that out. A little bit after it hits here. With this pole, just kind of tuck it under your elbow. That way it's, so you're gonna give it a little rip, reel on the slack, a little rip, reel on the slack, a little rip. Just kind of ripping it, you know. Just moving it like this. And I mean, when they hit, Dave, set that hook hard, man, because you got to put that hook through a bony plate.
Right.
Now, you got to keep an eye on your line when it starts getting up next to the side of the boat. You should be able to do it where you are right there, but keep an eye on it. Leave out a couple feet of line. See how it's coming up to the boat? I can see my lure. So then I'm going to just stick the rod down in the figure 8. Just kind of go like this.
With that much on there?
Yeah, yep. But see, it's only 2 feet out. But I mean, you can just do a lazy one like this. You can even just do a circle like that. Just don't make sharp turns like this, because if you make a sharp turn like that, they won't be able to turn with it. You have to keep them to be able to turn with it. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna watch it when you see, if you see one do fall on it, Dave, don't stop the lure, don't slow the lure down. Keep on doing what you're doing, and maybe even give it a rip or two. Because if you stop it or slow it down, it's going to become disinterested in it, and it's gone. Okay. Now with this muddy water going on here, extreme muddy water we've been dealing with, I was throwing a Tutti Frutti bucktail, but I'm going to start throwing a really bright spring dog here also. Spring dog is the smallest bulldog that they make. Still a good sized bait though. Well, we tried that shallow hump, and then we just came over here. I wanted to work a certain stretch in the shoreline, but there's kind of a guy on it. There's one thing I don't like to do is ever crowd other fishermen. So we just came over here and fished one of Ray's favorite pieces of structures that he turned me on to, because Ray's fished this lake quite a bit, and I've only fished it so much. But this water is so muddy. I mean, working this deeper water is just, it's tough with this muddy water. So we're gonna go and try another very popular shallow flat, see if we can pull up some fish over there. I'll probably keep on casting for muskie, and Justin's trying for whatever hits, and Dave wants to try to get a nice eater saw guy to take home for tonight. 7.5 foot. I am marking, I don't know if it's more rocks. Got one, Dave? There you go.
Look at that little sauger.
Is it a little saw guy? Yeah, it is a little saw guy. Flipper?
I don't think it's a saw guy though. Oh, it is.
Oh, that's a nice white bass. That's a good one. What'd you get that one on, Dave?
That paddle tail.
On the paddle tail? See, Justin's pet saw guy, Bart, in his tank. See what Justin's doing? He's keeping that, and he's studying its feeding habits, Dave. You know what I mean?
Is that what you're doing?
Justin's checking the moon cycles. When it go through certain moon phases, Justin's out there seeing how it feeds, if it feeds high or if it feeds low, you know?
Right now, I think it's an ambush predator from this part.
Yeah. He's learning a lot from Sammy, Bart the saw guy. Well, these boys have caught a couple more white bass and marked a lot of muskie over there around that point, but they're just fishing some paddle tails, trying to catch some fish, and I'm still throwing some musky stuff here. And there's one thing about this lake, it's just the structure of this lake is boulders, boulders, boulders. There's no weeds at this lake. There's a little bit of wood along the shorelines, but there's a lot of rocky structure. Marked a lot of bait fish. Like if we were crappie fishing right now, marked a lot of white bass and crappie over there off that point, but might end up doing some more trolling passes through there. Oh, there you go, Justin. You got one, Justin?
No.
Huh? Take your time with him, Justin. Play him out. Oh, you got off?
No, it's
Oh. That's right, Justin. Take it off. Yeah, take it all off, Justin. When you watch Justin get out of his overalls like that, man, it's just, you know, the magic's about ready to happen. So, guys, caught a couple more dinks. We're gonna start trolling. Gonna troll around the lake. It's getting bright out. This water is just mud, and with it being mud, I'm gonna troll around some really bright baits. I'm gonna start out. Someone else makes this lure now, but this is called a Talons, but someone else makes it now. It's called like a B&M or something. This is a really nice bright shad profile on this one. And the other one we're gonna troll is a UV jointed perch right here. Just gonna mix it up. Just a big loud joint percher and silent white shad one that's still got some chartreuse on them. Both are bright though, got some bright colors because this water is mud. I kept on casting for muskie, didn't get a follow. So we're just gonna troll around the lake now, and we're not gonna go too fast because of stain. We're gonna keep it probably 3 to 3.5 miles an hour. Maybe, yeah, we'll probably just keep it 3 to 3.5, run 3.5, maybe a little bit below in the stained, and maybe bump it up a little bit more if we don't pick anything up. I haven't seen any Dan or Tanner out here yet, so I don't really know how they're doing, but we're gonna get out trolling here. Back at it again for that evening bite. Leaving out of the marina here. Had a nice lunch, chilled out for a few, got out of that sun. That sun was brutal earlier. Boy, my belly looks like a tomato, but that's a white boy baking in the sun in the spring. Went morel hunting in the woods for a while. Those things, I don't even think they exist. I went looking for them. This is my 4th time now. I went crawling back through the hauler, back in those woods. My legs are all cut up. I'm rolling around in the hauler, crawling under briars, you know, flipping over stumps, humping dead trees. Couldn't find any. They just don't exist. So, but we're coming back out for the evening bite. We got 2 hours of daylight left, and I don't know, Justin's gonna maybe dick around for some little fish. I'm casting for muskie, this stained water. I want to get one. This lake isn't really like the best muskie lake, but I really like this lake. I like camping here. I like being on this lake, and I got a feeling I'm gonna get a 50 out of here eventually. So let's see if I can pull that one out tonight. They're dueling poppers. Justin said we needed to start throwing some top water, so didn't throw on my big cannonballs or the whatever ones, but just throwing the biggest size whopper plopper they actually make here. Gonna throw some top water. These fish are popping the top on all these schools of shad out here around us, so top water it is. Justin was telling me if it ain't hard water, it's top water. So going with that top water theme, I picked up a bunch of these Lake X. Dan got himself a few of them too. Fortunately, the gentleman that made these passed away, so there's not ever going to be any of these made again, but picked up some of these, and nice ugly duckling pattern here. And you know, I've got a handful of muskie on top water, and it was just a thrill getting them on top water. So last hours of light, gonna stick with the top water trend. Justin, we've been out camping a couple times when we get short spots, and you'll hear Justin walking away in the distance, plop, 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 and working that plopper. Getting a little dark out. Just gonna wrap it up for day number 2 out here at the Saltfork camping trip. Is today day number 2, Justin? Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, day number 2. Time to head back to camp, get around the fire, share a few drinks, a few laughs, and a good time. On tomorrow, day number 3, it's just going to be me and Justin on the boat, so probably just going to muskie fish hard all day. Justin's going to try throwing some smaller stuff, but I'm not going to let him. I'm going to force him. Throwing big baits all day, Justin. No underspins, no battle tails. We're getting muskie tomorrow. If we got to troll all day, whatever we got to do, you got to get one, big dog.
See you later.